The concerned people of Benin Nation don't come together, do press conference where hold for Benin City, Edo State, as them come together talk about the many atrocities and provocative acts of Governor Godwin Obaseki against the great Benin people. As them talk say, the Benin people are proud indigenes of the territorial conglomeration known as the Benin Kingdom for Edo State, Nigeria. And of course, them get shared culture and history for different parts all over the world. Benin Nation occupies 7 local government areas of Ego, Ipobaoka, Oredo, Oriomo, Ovia North East, Ovia Southwest, and Uhumode for Edo South Senatorial District. Even though still in Edo State, different tribes dey people will come from Esan, Esako, Afema, Isoko, Eka, Akoko Edo, Urobo, Ijo, Yoruba, Agbo, Imunede, or Igbanke. The concerned people of Benin Nation don't talk say, make Governor Godwin Obaseki remember say, no force on earth fit quench the spirits of the Benin people, and as such, the 21st September Edo governorship election offer the people the opportunity to choose the character of the candidate when they present come public.
Men of the press, we are gathered here to read the full text of the press statement by the concerned people of Benin Nation here in the press center. Our address is on the many atrocities and provocative acts of Governor Godwin Obaseki against the great Benin people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us begin by welcoming you all to this press conference. It is really with pain in our hearts and a quest for a better Edo State that the concerned people of Benin Nation, CPBN, a socio-political, economic, and cultural group committed to the development and well-being of the Edo people, have decided to address you, the Benin Nation. The Benin people are the proud indigenes of the territorial conglomeration known as Benin Kingdom in Edo State, Nigeria. A unique conclave of peculiar people, our shared culture, identity, and history is respected and celebrated all over the world. The Benin Nation occupies the 7 local government areas of Ego, Ikpobaoka, Oredo, Orion, Ovia Northeast, Ovia Southwest, and Uhumode in Edo South Senatorial District. However, we include all Edo-speaking aborigines wherever they are in the state, in Nigeria, and the diaspora. These people, whether from Esan, Esako, Afemai, Isoko, Ika, Akoko, Edo, Urobo, Ijo, Yoruba, Agbo, Umunede, or Igbanke, boast of a conservative informal population of over 10 million people who are known for their craftsmanship, who produce high-quality goods, including textiles, bronze, and metal work, just as it was a key player in the Trans-Sahara and coastal trade networks in the 15th century. Contrary to its historic status as one of Africa's oldest and most distinguished civilizations, Edo State, the current host of the Benin Nation, is in a condition of discrepitude owing to the dictatorial tendencies incompetence, and unprovoked atrocities precipitated by Governor Godwin Obaseki, which is at variance with the dictates of good governance. Good governance relies on a strong partnership between the government and the people. While the government must act empathetically and effectively, her citizens must engage actively, provide feedback, and hold officials accountable. By upholding the principles of good governance, both parties can work together to build a more stable, just, prosperous, and resilient society while improving the quality of life of the people. Unfortunately, the current governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, who happens to be a son of the Benin nation and who ought to be a blessing, has become a burden, if not a curse, to his own people. It will interest you to know that Godwin Obaseki has taken Edo from a state of developmental stability and growth to one of retrogression, bitterness, and general maladministration. He has been at war with himself and others, and all others, turning governance on his head. Governance and power, which ought to be tools for societal cohesion and integration, cultural elevation, and the upliftment of the people, have been excessively deployed by the Edo State government as a divisive weapon of acrimony, lawlessness, and flagrant abuse of the rule of law and separation of powers. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we crave your indulgence to highlight the litany of Governor Godwin Obaseki's ungodly acts against his own people, the Benin, between 2016 and 2024. 1. Non-inauguration of the 14 members elect of the Edo State House of Assembly. In analyzing the innumerable sins of Governor Obaseki, the best place to set the sail is perhaps his affront on the very tenets that saw to his emergence as elected governor of Edo State. Democracy, which still remains the best form of government, derives its legitimacy from the people, with the legislature as its incontrovertible bastion. The governor, in his frenzied cold-heartedness, truncated the inauguration of 14 duly elected members of Edo State House of Assembly in 2019. It is on record that this assault on democracy dealt a terrible blow on Benin people, as 10 of the 14 members that were denied inauguration were from the Edo South Senatorial District, including the elected representative of the governor's Oredo East constituency, Honorable Chris Okaibe. As a result of this, the Benis became the minority in the House with just 4 members. While the details of the entire nasty episode need not detain us, it is important to highlight the fact that this ungodly exclusion deprived millions of Edo people of quality representation for 4 years. In those years, the machinery of governance ran at its lowest ebb, as Obaseki ran riot with a firm, unrestrained, unchecked, and unscrutinized grip on the levers of power. Even today, 2 members of the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Emahu Ade and Honorable Ojeme Donat Okogbe, representing Esan Northeast Constituency 1 and Akoko Edo Constituency 2, respectively, have been suspended from the House with impunity, thereby depriving their people of effective representation. These acts of oppression, deprivation, intimidation, and violence remain a dark part of our recent history. 2. Sponsored protests against the nomination of prominent Benin sons for high office. While other governors seek and seize every chance to attract and domesticate opportunities to their states, CPBN notes with dismay how the governor has imposed himself as a stumbling block to the progress of the Benin. In his wanton vendetta, he sponsored the protest against the nomination of His Excellency Right Honorable Pius Odubu and Chief Victor Ekato as chairman and commissioner of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, respectively, in 2019. Eventually, Edo lost such a golden opportunity that would have brought huge infrastructural and human capital development to the state. In 2021, he also sponsored the protest against the conferment of the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, on Right Honorable Ehiogie West Idahosa, who is a son today. 3. Abandonment to destruction of critical state infrastructure. The litany of Governor Obaseki's atrocities against Edo people is endless. We can highlight some of them. The ambitious Benin Storm Water Project, with the concomitant effect of managing the unprecedented flooding in Benin City metropolis, have been abandoned, leaving Edo people undergoing harrowing strain, hardship, and danger whenever it rains. The Ekewan Road Project, which commenced over 6 years ago, has been abandoned. To prove his lack of interest in the welfare of Edo people, the governor sanctioned the demolition of the age-long specialist hospital along Saple Road in favor of a privately owned museum. He also ordered the demolition of an educational resource library along Saple Road, and in its place, a private shopping mall has been erected. He engineered the vandalization of the State House of Assembly complex to prevent the 14 members who were illegally not inaugurated from accessing the house. He spent billions of taxpayers' money in signing and showcasing several MOUs and feasibility studies, such as those of the Gelegele Airport, the Auchi Airport, and the Benin Industrial Park in Obayanta community, among many others that have ended as mirages. He spent billions of taxpayers' money in signing and showcasing several MOUs and feasibility studies, such as those of, I think that is repeated. He also shut down the renowned Institute of Continuing Education, ICE, which played a very prominent role in this state. Some of the beneficiaries are here today. Number 4, assassination attempts. Prior to the Edo State gubernatorial election in 2020, the governor turned a blind eye to the detonation of improvised explosive device, IED, at the residence of 2 chieftains of the All Progressives Congress, Engineer Lawrence Oka, the state secretary of the party, and Barrister Henry Idahagbo, the former Attorney General of Edo State. Attempted balkanization of the Great Benin Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, perhaps the most heinous of Obaseki's crimes against Edo people is his sustained fight and acrimony against the revered institution of the Benin monarch. And the entire Benin Traditional Council. The ancient Benin Kingdom is renowned all over the world as its rich historical civilization, unique cultures and traditions, and an obaship that is cherished and respected. The same institution, which is the pride of the average Edo man, is what a Benin man attempted to balkanize. The governor, in his selfish interest, has attempted through covert and overt means to reloot the repatriated Benin artifacts. These artifacts looted from the palace of the Oba of Benin by colonial invaders remain our pride and a reminder of who we are as they tell stories of our civilization. More than any attempt at intellectual historical reconstruction. By law, they are the sole preserve of the Benin monarch and must be domiciled within the precinct of the palace of His Royal Majesty. This unpardonable sin against our traditional institution is indeed the last straw that has broken the camel's back. To add, he despicably connived with some Enige and sacrilegiously instituted a lawsuit against the Oba of Benin. What a shame. The events of the last few months are unprecedented, as the last time such as onslaught was attempted on the revered throne of the Oba of Benin was in 1897. He deliberately ordered the closure of the Oba Akenzua II Cultural Center. He announced the banning or proscription of Okaigele in Benin Kingdom without due consultation with the Oba of Benin or the Benin Traditional Council. There is also the illegal withholding of the statutory funds payable to the Benin Traditional Council. 6. Gruesome murder of Inspector Onu Akon. On the 18th of July 2024, thugs recruited as members of the Edo State Vigilante and Public Works Volunteer (PUO), wielding dangerous weapons, including guns, opened fire on the convoy of the APC governorship candidate, killing his orderly, Inspector Onu Akon, at the exit gate of Benin Airport. Sources confirmed that the state's deputy governor, Right Honorable Philip Shaibu, who was in the company of the APC gubernatorial candidate, was also a target, as the irate thugs were deployed by their employers to prevent him from resuming his office after a favorable court judgment. In a bid to cover up these dastardly acts, the Edo State government shamelessly took to the press, claiming that the shot was fired by a supporter of the APC. Edo people have continued to ask the governor why members of the APC who gathered to receive their candidate will resort to shooting themselves. 7. Demolition of properties at Okoroma community despite subsisting restraining court order. We note that the primary responsibility of every government is to protect the lives and property of our citizens, not for covert or grab it for personal use. The major investor in Benin Enterprise Park in Agbomoba community, kilometer 22 Benin Saple Road, Edo State. Edo people are unaware that the Benin Enterprise Park Limited is listed at the Corporate Affairs Commission as a private company limited by shares entirely. Yet the state government ceded such value of land to it. By share providence, the project has since been abandoned because of an ongoing litigation between it and the Benin Omuna River Basin Development Authority, the alleged owner of the property. Beyond the aforementioned examples, the governor has recently handed thousands of hectares of farmlands and forest reserves to dubious corporate farmers without commensurate benefit to the state, as well as the host communities and their indigenous people. Our rural people and communities have been deprived of their ancestral farmlands without financial compensation or alternatives. 9. Malicious revocation of the certificate of occupancy issued in respect of the farmland acquired by our late illustrious son of Benin Kingdom, Captain Rosa West Okumbo. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, rather than celebrating our own people who chose to invest in their home state in order to aid its infrastructural advancement while helping to reduce unemployment rate drastically, instead of providing an enabling environment for such initiative to thrive, the governor is committed to destroying them. In fact, he has gone beyond grabbing from the living. He now wages war with the dead. We wish to strongly condemn the malicious revocation of the CFO of the farmlands of our illustrious son, late Captain Okumbo, and hereby call on Edo State people to rise in one voice in total condemnation of the high-handedness of the government and its co-traveler. The said land was acquired during the administration of His Excellency Lucky Nosaka Igbenedion, and we are aware that billions of naira have been invested on that land for its development. Some other privately, legally owned properties whose CFO were unscrupulously revoked include property belonging to His Excellency Right Honorable Pius Odugu, the former Deputy Governor of the state. This was revoked on 29 February 2020. Property belonging to Chief Osene Lama revoked on 29 February 2020. Property belonging to Right Honorable Julius Ihomeri revoked on 29th of February 2020. Properties belonging to Pastor Osageze Yamu revoked on 22nd of July 2021. There are more of these, and the singular reason for these revocations is because the owners are members of the opposition party. Other atrocities include sponsored attack on distinguished Senator Matthew Urogide at Benin Airport on April 27, 2018. Demolition of Comrade Tony Kabaka's hotel on February 5, 2020, despite pending suit at the High Court of Justice, Benin. Closure of Stella Obasanjo Women and Children Hospital. Failure to realize the promise of creating 200,000 new jobs. Demolition of Edo Specialist Hospital, Benin City, to pave the way for the construction of privately owned museum. Refusal to reconstruct the burnt Oba market. The refusal to rebuild the burnt Osa market, Ekiosa, for over 4 years. Until 2 weeks ago, about few months or few days to the end of this administration. Hoarding and diversion of palliatives given to Edo State by the federal government of Nigeria for distribution. Refusal to pay outstanding salaries and arrears of members of staff of the defunct College of Education, Ekiadolo. Edo State has the potential to attract serious and realizable investments, both domestic and foreign, and this was supposed to be the primary purpose of the most talked about summit called Alaudaro, which means moving forward in Benin language. Unfortunately, this all-time expensive economic conclave has fallen significantly short of expectations as private business continue to fold up because of the hostile business climate deliberately created and passionately nurtured by this administration. Edo people now generally refer to Alaudao as Alagiyeke, which connotes moving backward. In proof, the state was graded among the least performing states, having ranked 33rd on the ease of doing business according to Budget Nigeria in 2022. The unprecedented level of brigandage, impunity, and anarchism that aptly defines this administration is astonishing and irreconcilable with the basic tenets of democracy. The government lacks the capacity to feel the warmth of humanity, which alongside good character, compassion, and empathy are the main prerequisites for political leadership. It has become intolerably odious to Edo people who cannot wait for the termination of this administration. However, the governor must be reminded that no force on earth can quench the resilient spirit of the Benin people. Conclusively, the September 21st Edo State governorship election offers our people the opportunity to interrogate the character of the candidates presented to the public for the forthcoming election. We must resist the temptation of making a choice that may bring greater pains and retrogression upon us as a people. It's a call on Governor Obaseki to, as a matter of urgency and within 7 days of the publication of this press statement, right their stated wrongs in the manner to which A. Render an unreserved written public apology to the Oba of Benin, to be published in at least 3 national newspapers for his disrespect to the throne of the Benin Kingdom. Stop the abominable, spiteful construction of a museum for the depreciated artifacts of the Benin Kingdom without the concurrence of the Omonoba. Withdraw all lawsuits instigated and filed by some Enige against the Oba. Reallocate land property comprised in the maliciously revoked certificate of occupancy of Pastor Osage Ize-Iyamu, Honorable Pius Odubu, Professor Julius Ironwere, Chief Oseni Elama, and Captain Osa Okumbo. Return the communal lands illegally acquired by Governor Obaseki for reasons other than overriding public interest or purpose. Payment of the salaries and allowances of the duly elected 14 members of the Edo State House of Assembly unconstitutionally denied of their seat for 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, without a scintilla of doubt, the message is loud and clear, because enough is certainly enough. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live the Edo Nation. Long live Edo State. Oba talk
My name is Yamu Saro Kocho. The reason why we're here today now to remind Obaseki of what we don't tell him before. Say make he withdraw from the trap way he does set for himself. Before now, Obaseki they fight everybody. For instance, he connive with some suspended Enige. Connive with them, carry palace go court, which is against our tradition and culture. It's sacrilegious. Then secondly, he can't follow our great king. They drag what he belong to palace. Then thirdly, he can't seize a palace monthly allocation where they come from Abuja. The reason why they do this is not passive because Oba no let them carry artifact. Now the other one way is he do money where white people for Germany give may give palace, may they build museum, may they build a Benin Royal Museum. Oba say if they have the money, go to the build a personal museum for the land where Central Hospital day before we demolish. They Captain Osa matter late Captain Osa because he get issue with her. The man don't die. He said to allow the sleeping the dead man see the rest. Now he want wake up the dead man. Now he go revoke he land. In the toss now show me revoke him. Okay, yeah, show me revoke him. But meanwhile you they collect tenancy for the land, for the same land for some years now. So why you just constantly wake up? Now you can't know say now show me revoke him. So that will tell you say passing a person where he no get the interest of Edo people at that. And so many others like the Gele Sipo Industrial Park where he promised. And the looting of our treasury. As we speak, our money on the developed leg, they fly. So now make us gather today to call out to order. So that he go tender or reserve apology to our great king.
Do you desire a quality media team? Or are you tired of not having memories from your events recorded? Obaland Multi-Choice Media House is here for you. We offer services such as photography and video production and event coverage, news broadcast, graphics design, documentaries, interviews, photo shoot, photo frame, and many more. You can locate us at number 39 Sakpomba Road, Benin City, Edo State, or find us at www.obalandmagazine.com or send us an email at admin@obalandmagazine.com, or better still, call us on +39 388 58 62 761 or +234 80 572 10228 or +234 8167 21 0008. Obaland Multi-Choice Media House, making history from your memories.